Hallo allemaal. Een hele goede avond. En welkom bij een nieuwe stream van Klamme Handen. We gaan vandaag Greedfall spelen. We beginnen gelijk, zo te zien. Nog nooit eerder gespeeld. Ik weet niet wat het... Geen idee wat het is. Wat het doet. Zo te zien mogen we nu al gelijk een mannetje gaan maken. Sowieso een gozer. Dit gezichtje. Kijken wat voor haartjes we doen. Haar klipt lekker door mijn kleding heen. We gaan voor deze. Slik. Ja, uiteraard voor de opperpaard. Dikke wenkbrauwen. Zwarte haren. Donkere ogen. Pick your starting skills according to your playstyle. Oké. Warrior. Focus on melee combat. Controlling the battlefield. Offensive spells from a distance. Gaan sowieso voor warrior. Dat past meer in mijn pick an attribute. Strength. Agility. Magical damage. Willpower. Accuracy. Life points. Verstrengd. Talent. Charisma, vigor. Craftsmanship. Intuition. Lockpicking. Science. Ga voor vigor. Start game.
Just a few more minutes.
Even checken
of
mijn geluid het een beetje doet.
Your particularity gives you character.
Test.
You're still here.
Test. We've nearly
Dat doet het gewoon, ja. Hoppakee.
any more need of me, master?
You haven't forgotten that we're setting sail today, have you?
Of course not.
Your cousin is nowhere to be found. I've searched the palace from cellars to attics. Your uncle is beside himself.
He was of a mind to paint the town last night. Don't worry, I shall track him down. Make care to your own preparations without wrinkling another frown. We'll meet you on the boat.
It's about time your cousin took account of the responsibilities awaiting him. He should go and inform the ambassadors of
Oh. Spijt me. Ik irriteer me aan het gezicht. Even snel. Kan geen kwaad. En ik had het filmpje toch geskipt en ik wil op zich wel weten wat het, waar het over gaat. Dit skip ik wel. Ik denk dat ik gewoon voor dit gezichtje ga. Ja. Hetzelfde haar. Oeh, die wenkbrauwen zijn trouwens helemaal kut. Hij kijkt zo ernstig. Ja. Warrior. Strength. Figure. Hoppakee.
Just a few more minutes. You have such an incredibly singular face. That's a compliment, my lord, out of my mouth. Your particularity gives you character.
You're still here?
We've nearly finished. Have you any more need of me, Master?
You haven't forgotten that we're setting sail today, have you?
Of course not.
Your cousin is nowhere to be found. I've searched the palace from cellars to attics. Your uncle is beside himself.
Okay.
He was of a mind to paint the town last night. Don't worry, I shall track him down. Make care to your own preparations without wrinkling another frown. We'll meet you on the boat.
It's about time your cousin took account of the responsibilities awaiting him. He should go and inform the ambassadors of Telemi and the Bridge Alliance of his departure.
Have no fear, Master. I will go and see them in his name. I beg your pardon, but urgent matters call me away. Might we finish all this later?
Impossible, my lord. You are leaving with the tide, if what I've been told is correct.
I am sorry, sir. Truly, I must be going.
My lord, please, I beg you. Her Highness has personally requested I finish this.
Thank you, cousin, for getting me out of that.
Oké. We gaan mijn neef zoeken. Zo, we gaan gelijk sprinten. Stijf, wel. Oh.
Hey! Green blood!
Cut.
And so the day has finally come. My royal fledglings are leaving the nest.
Accompanied by their most loyal and tenacious master of arms.
As loyal as your goal.
Well, enough with the cold mercenary. I know you like us. Still hiding your men in the unsuspecting shadows of the greats of this world, I see.
Hey, our blades are the only thing keeping you dainties alive.
Kurt, I'm not in need of your protection. I'm no longer a child, you know.
Is that so? Well, let's see.
Oh.
Fight with honor!
Gaan we. Hoe val je aan? Vierkantje. Hoppa! Rondje. Oh. Oké, je hebt dus kruisje en rondje. Tactical pause. You will be to access spell skills and potions to use directly or send to a shortcut. Okay. You can also learn more about enemies around you. Assign. R2. Oh, zo ja. Kunnen we dus healen. Oh. We hebben nu in zijn hamer vast. Kut. Kut.
What a green blood. Me who thought myself a competent weapons master.
It's becoming a little hard to believe.
Don't add insult to injury. This is humiliating enough. We'll need to get you through the basics, or you risk getting your feathers plucked at the first sign of trouble.
That could definitely come in handy.
In that case, Otto here is going to be your training partner. Go! Fight with honor!
Okay. Firearms. Bind. Naar R2 vierkantje wil ik dat. Hoppa! Hoppa! Oké. Volle map hè. We kunnen niks meer. Ik heb ze wel. Furious. State that allows you to use special attacks that deflect bonus damage and make enemies lose their balances. Segmented meter that fills up as you attack an enemy, cast a spell or parry attacks from enemies. Enemy that reaches the first level of visual effect will appear there. Okay. Is dit kut? We did it.
We brushed up on the basics.
It does, and I'd like to be on my way. I've quite the list of things to do before we depart.
Indeed. Remember that you can always train in our barracks on the island if you're feeling rusty.
Are your bags packed for the great departure?
Yes, you know I get by with very little. You're not angry that I'm coming with you, I hope.
I have to admit, I thought my days as a child, complete with bodyguard, were behind me.
I do like being wanted. It would seem that the prince didn't feel you were apt to take care of yourselves alone. And so it goes. By the way, where is our future governor hiding? I was hoping to put his skills to the test as well.
I have no idea. He had plans to celebrate his departure last night, and we haven't seen him since. You know Constantine. I should have gone with him, but my heart wasn't in the mood for celebration. The thought of bidding my mother farewell.
It is never easy to say goodbye. But you should be going to see her now. She must be waiting for you. I'll meet you in front of the palace. Then we'll go and find Constantine together.
Very well.
Wie is
I'll meet you
Constantine?
as soon as I've said my
Mijn
goodbyes.
cousin, denk ik. Mijn neef. Is naar mijn moeder toe.
What is this?
Ziet er ook niet goed
Have
uit.
you not been taught to knock? I've asked 1,000 times. Oh, it's you, my dear child.
I'm sorry. I'm having trouble getting used to your condition.
Come now, let's speak of more pleasant things. I'm so very happy to hear your voice. You remind me so much of your father. I do miss him so. Today is the big day, isn't it? Ready to set sail for that island everyone's talking about.
Yes, but the idea of leaving you behind, alone and ill.
Dying, my child. Alas, there is nothing you can do by staying that would ease my suffering. One thing brings me cheer. They say the island is full of miracles, and we might find a cure.
Even if I were to find it, I would never be able to return in time to...
I know. But it brings me comfort that to know my son has left on a mission to heal his people. Come now. It is time for you to take leave. Here. Take this with you.
Oké.
What is it?
What is it?
Family heirloom. Something that... Take it and keep it with you. May it bring you good luck.
Die ga ik vast en zeker nodig hebben.
All my blessings go with you, my child. Now, be off.
Oké dan. Zo. Lekker sfeertje. Voel ik wel, dit. Sprint. En praten.
Kurt, it's done.
Sorry, Greenblood. Look, we can see the masts of the ship that'll be taking us. This is one sacred adventure we're embarking on.
I hope this island will keep its promises.
In order to know that, we'll need to find Constantine first.
You're right. Maybe he's already at the port. He was so eager to leave.
This will be quite the chore to finish before our departure. The commander wants to recover some merchandise from our supplier. The transporter doesn't want to deliver. I did all I could to persuade. Nothing came of it. All the parliamenting fatigues me. But this is your domain. I wouldn't say no to a little help.
Oké.
Of course. Where is the supplier?
In the lower boroughs, near the port.
Right then. We'll put it on our list of visits.
Gaan we dat inderdaad eerst doen. Team setup. Het is dit. Add to the team. Alles wat hij is en kan. Dat is wel lekker. Zat erbij.
I've been asked to pay visits to the ambassadors of Thélème and the Bridge Alliance before our departure. Their dwellings are not far from here. We could go there first.
Very well.
Gaan we eerst naar die...
Constantine will be waiting for us next to the ship.
I don't know, but it's
naar die...
worthy of inspection.
hoe heet het? Die winkel toe. Set quest directed to the map of the region. You can access the map of the region directly by holding. Ah ja, zo ja. Dus de map. Journal, side quests en quests. We doen eerst de side quests. Dit is alle poppetjes. Kurt. Serene. Daar zijn we nu. Oké. Allemaal op zich wel overzichtelijk. Ik weet niet wat hier gebeurt. Die gaat zeker niet wegkomen. Oké. Wat hebben ze? Gloves. Coins. Allemaal meenemen. Heb jij? Een nieuwe rifle. Nemen we mee. Ammo nemen we ook mee. Oh, hier ligt nog gold coins. En wat is dit? Oké. Wat is mijn inventory? Hawthorn. These red berries were picked over hawthorn bushes and used mainly in science to create healing potions and powders. Oké. Dat is wel handig. En wat hebben we nog meer? Equipment. Rifle kan ik niet gebruiken, want ik heb geen rifle skill of zo. Die doen meer. Hebben meer armor en meer balance. Dus we gaan die equippen. Oh. schieten ineens. In het wild. Negotiate with the vendor. Oh. Dat is niet hier. Het zou hier kunnen zijn.
The merchant is there.
Gaan we doen. Aha!
Good day, good sir. How might I be of service?
You can start by explaining to me why you refused to honor the orders agreed upon with the guard.
There's been a misunderstanding, sir. Of course we're ready to honor the orders. In fact, I've already had a word with your master-at-arms.
They're asking that we pay again, despite having already paid.
It's just that the price has gone up since. I've nothing to do with it.
This is inadmissible. If you agree on a sum, you need to honor that agreement.
I'm sorry, sir. I'm just an agent. And I'm only obeying orders.
Your master has apparently asked you to demand a second payment for this merchandise.
That's right. He told me that their attendants seemed to be hiding something when he passed the order. And so he must have thought the guard would end up paying in the end, whatever he asked for.
I'll be damned. And I'm the one they've sent to settle the affair.
Sorry, Captain. It's nothing personal. I'm only following orders.
Following orders. Yeah, we hear you. Makes one wonder which one of the two of us is a coin guard.
Why don't we go and solicit other suppliers, Kurt?
When we've already paid for the merchandise? If these thieves agree to reimburse the original payment, it's what we do immediately. And do know, in the future, we won't be shopping with them. Well, I should think not.
This whole story sounds suspicious and stinks of a scandal. You're demanding a second payment but refuse to reimburse the one that was already made.
I'm not the one demanding nor refusing. It's my master.
This
Waar is die dan?
fool is pushing me to madness. You understand now why I'm asking for your help?
I don't think you understand who you're dealing with. Perhaps I failed to present myself properly. Lord de Sardet, nephew of the Prince d'Orsay and legate of the Congregation of Merchants. During our conversation, you explained to me that your master forced you to commit a crime. That's regrettable, especially as you will be considered his accomplice in extortion, theft. You know as well as I that the Congregation does not tolerate such illegal activities.
But I'm only obeying orders.
That is a shame. Well, as orders are the only language you seem to understand, I order you to return the guard the merchandise, without delay. Unless you'd rather your master is hung and that you finish your days in prison.
Hey!
Request, my lord. I shall go immediately and ask that these crates be delivered to the attendant.
Now that's a wise decision.
Thank you. I was beginning to think this would never end. You're certainly honoring your new title. Bravo! The quartermaster must be expecting us.
Ik moet ook nog hierheen, want hier is ook nog een sidequest.
To my help! Death to the others!
Ik kan niks meer, hè? Zwakke hond. Haha. Coins. Hoedjes, ammo. We are getting rich. Wat zeg jij? Oh, niks. Hij is aan het fonkelen wel.
Greenblood, do you need something?
I must leave you.
Niks aan de hand. Het is dit. To the family of the rich man who provoked us. We have him and we will kill him if you don't pay us handsome. Come with a full push to listen. Oké. Daar heb ik niks mee te maken. Even kijken hoor. Nee. Ah, hier is hij.
Sir Desade, I presume. It is an honor to make your acquaintance. Captain, you set sail soon. Have you seen to our little business?
Yes, we were finally able to recover your merchandise.
Excellent news. I'm afraid, though, that your mission isn't completely finished, Kurt.
Blast me, I'm a captain, not an errand boy.
The commander was quite explicit.
Very well. What do I need to do?
Okay. Needs to be sent to Tier 4D as soon as possible. But the port authority formalities for shipping take an eternity to wade through. And we've already lost quite a bit of time with this dishonest merchant.
Are you blatantly asking us to smuggle this merchandise and contraband?
I would never ask you to do such a thing, Your Excellency.
Ah, but you don't mind asking that of Kurt?
Well now, if he finds an alternative solution that is less illegal, that would be fine. The method matters not. But this cargo must reach the Isle on the next ship.
Marvelous.
Well then, I await your return with utmost impatience.
Okay.
I'm certain you shall do what's required.
Dat is allemaal lastig. Gewoon het bolletje volgen. Dan komt het waarschijnlijk wel goed. Als we gewoon het bolletje volgen. Het is dit. Is de kastje. Het is die gast volgens mij.
Lively there, lads and lasses! I promised the merchants and their prince we'd be off before the tide. You man, carry that properly. That porcelain is worth more than your life.
Oei.
There are some children we'd been best to refuse.
Captain Vasco.
And you are?
I'm de Sade, the prince's nephew. If all is in order, we will soon be embarking on your boat.
It's a ship. Not a boat.
Apologies.
Apologies for my asking, but the young governor isn't with you.
He didn't come home this morning. I need to find him before departure.
I hope nothing's happened to him or he hasn't changed his mind. The tide does not wait.
Perhaps he simply celebrated his imminent departure with a little too much enthusiasm. Is everything ready?
We're short a crew member. The cabin boy is missing. But have no fear, we will leave without him if he does not present himself before the tide.
Is he an important member of the crew?
We don't need him for sailing or navigation. He's only a cabin boy.
He must have simply had a bit too much to drink in celebrating his departure. Like another I know.
I doubt that. Jonas was never one to fancy drink. And it's been 2 days since last he was seen. No, I fear something bad has happened to him. Might I ask you, if you hear anything, could you report it to me? I would like to set sail with a clear mind.
I have a favor to ask before we leave.
I'm all ears.
We would like to load some merchandise into your ship's hold.
Impossible. You're too late for that. All merchandise must be registered at the Port Authority, and the formalities are long. So, unless you're asking me to turn smuggler and hide contraband on my vessel...
I wouldn't go that far. We're only talking about a few crates after all.
Well then, they'll have to wait. The next ship for New Serene leaves in a month.
Hellfire. If that shipment doesn't leave today, the commander will have my hide.
Captain, I understand your position, but isn't there some way we can get these crates on board?
I doubt it. Even if I wanted to help you, my quartermaster is a half-crazed bridge troll. He's gotten into his head that a gang of ruffians want to use my ship to pass contraband over to Tier 4D. He's placed guards where our cargo is being held before being loaded. All that is not in the warehouse, and noted on the manifest, will be left on the docks. Sorry, but your crates are gonna have to wait until the next ship sets sail.
Sorry, Kurd. At least we tried.
The commander is gonna have my head.
Hmm.
I'm sure that's what he wanted in giving me this impossible task.
In that case, we're going to have to doctor the manifest ourselves. It must be at the Harbour Master's office.
En voor die cabin boy
When did you see
praten gaan we ook even fixen.
It's been 2 days since I've had any news at all. It wasn't out of the ordinary until this morning. My men have free shore leave when we're at dock. But the day of departure, every able-bodied sailor must be present on the ship.
Does the boy know anyone in Serene?
Other than fellow Nords, you mean? I don't think so, but it's difficult to be sure.
This Jonas, does he have any close friends amongst the crew?
In tradition, we are all members of the same family. But yes, there would be Flavio and Lauro.
Might I have a word with them?
As you wish. You'll find them over there, in port.
Oké.
Be back soon, Captain.
We gaan eerst even die manifest fixen. Ik denk dat ik zo moet. The temporary ships. Okay. So control by other factions. This is under control of another faction than yours. Our custom of the faction will allow you to trick the guards. You can also try a stealth approach, but the guards will tune.
Do you have any idea how to get in there without being noticed?
Let's take a look around the building. We might find a less conspicuous entrance.
If you wore a Nort uniform and you were able to keep your mark hidden from them, they might let us in, unless we just offered them a drink. These sailors rarely refuse one.
I see where this is headed. If we drop a little soporific on the glasses, the way will be clear. I'll just need to find the proper...
Dit ging niet goed.
But it's doable.
To my house, and death to the others! Careful, Greenblood! You're wounded! Broke your armor! Be careful! Move away! Things are about to get dicey! Where is the manifest to be found?
I've already been to the port authorities. They keep the official documents
Oké.
upstairs.
Nieuw pakje. Coins. Not high enough. Hoe komen we daar? Hier is een deur. Beetje aan het rondkijken hoor. Key to the Serene harbor jails.
Here's the ship's manifest. We only need to add our merchandise to the list.
Use. Dat hebben we ook gedaan. Het gaat lekker, hey. Geen lockpicking, dat is wel jammer. Die hebben we al geloot.
Hello? What can I do for you?
We're the relay. You're dismissed.
Finally! We were starting to grow moss. Courage, me hearties. The path is clear.
Dat ging makkelijk.
Notify the men. They need all the time they can get.
Snel, snel, snel. Gaan we nu weer naar de craftsmanships. Oh, craftsmanship. Allows you to upgrade your weapons and armor. Science allows you to create potions and traps. You need knowledge to be able to obtain. New certain. Ik weet niet goed wat ik moet doen. Wat moet ik doen? Dat wil ik eerst wel eens even weten. Mijn laars in ieder geval veranderen. Die moet ik doen. Ik hoef dat drankje toch voor mij helemaal niet. Ik zie niet waarom ik dat zou moeten doen.
Captain, sir, we were given orders to wait here with the merchandise.
The way is clear. It's time to get going.
Do your best to be quick and quiet about it. You won't have much time to move it.
Don't you be worrying now. We're off.
The warehouse is at the end to the right there. You can't miss it.
Move out. Quick steps.
Top. Waar is die man ook weer? Waarom wordt dat niet... Laten ze dat niet zien? Alsof ik nog weet waar dat is. Dus is L3 om te sprinten, maar... Dat is helemaal geen L3.
So you're back. Right then. What about our business?
We can guarantee that your merchandise will leave with us.
Thank you, Your Excellency. And bravo, Kurt. The commander will be most pleased.
Go shall make the voyage. But who will be at its reception once it's arrived?
That shall be your next mission. Once you've reached New Serene, go and find the quartermaster. He will give you new instructions. Until then, I wish you a safe and pleasant voyage, Your Excellency. Kurt, good luck.
Oké, top. Dan gaan we nu. Wat heb ik? Wat heb ik nu? Doctor coin card packs card. Maar dit is Serene dan of zo. En dan ga ik straks naar nieuw Serene. Of hoe zit dat? Zo. We gaan eerst even die gast doen. Kijken.
Good day. Someone told me that you're a friend of Jonas's, the young cabin boy who's gone missing.
That's right, yeah. Are you looking for him?
Yes. Your captain asked me to go and find him.
Happy to hear he's taken the disappearance seriously. What can I do for you?
When did you last see him?
2 days ago, in the evening.
We
went to have a drink in the
even lekker
Jonas,
wat de knabbelen
Jarl,
pakken.
and myself.
Did anything seem out of the ordinary? Was he troubled?
Maybe a tad troubled. Like he was somewhere else.
Why would that be? Give me your best guess.
Why? I haven't the faintest idea.
Sorry hoor.
What does Jonas do in his free time, when you're on land?
He just hangs around here or there. You know the cabin boys don't have half a sailor's wages. And when evening comes, we usually go down the tavern with good old Lauro.
Did he ever have one too many?
Never. He sips his pint like it was bad medicine. One drink lasts him the whole night.
Okay.
Does he know anyone in Serene?
No one, far as I know.
Do you think he could have made himself any enemies?
I wouldn't think that for a moment. Jonas has a good heart and he steers clear of trouble and troublemakers.
I don't know where to start with this. Do you have any idea?
No. Lauro won't stop telling anyone who will lend him an ear that the boy was carried off by thugs.
And you don't believe him?
I like Lauro, don't get me wrong, he's like a brother. But to be honest, he drinks a little more than he should. The itch for a drink gets us all, but to him more than others, and when you drink too much, the imagination wanders. Here, yesterday, it was me who tied one over, and I thought I heard Jonas's voice by the canal. I called back to him, as you guessed, but then nothing. Drink. It blurs the senses.
What do you think about Captain Vasco?
He's a damn good navigator, and an excellent leader of men. He knows his craft well, in spite of being so young.
How old is he?
He's not seen his 25th year yet. If he keeps it up, he'll be an admiral one day.
Jeetje, nog een jonge gast.
I need to be going. Farewell.
Oké. Daar had ik eigenlijk helemaal niks aan.
Good day, sailor. I've been told that you know the missing cabin boy well. Is that right?
You talking about Jonas? You bet your stars I know it. But like I've been crying
Cool,
to
man.
the 9 death winds, he didn't go missing, he was taken.
Were you a witness to the event?
Yes, I was. Even though I'd had a few tumblers in the belly, I hadn't yet lost my head. The other day, in the tavern, I saw him talking to a well-dressed man, surrounded by some other sly ruffians. And then when we left, him and I, Flavia left a little earlier, you understand? Well, those brutes were there, waiting for him. They just up and took him like that. Grabbed his arms and poof. Gone. Vanished.
Why didn't you intervene?
I tried to, believe me. But my legs betrayed me. Wavering they were. And I fell into the gutter.
Did you report this to the captain?
Unfortunately not. I know all too well what weight my words carry. Even Flavia treated me like a drunken fool. And the captain? No, not telling him that. I still have some pride left. You get me?
Okay.
Did Jonas seem troubled to you the night he disappeared?
Maybe. For sure he wasn't his usual self.
Do you know what was on his mind?
No. No idea.
Why would anyone want to snatch a mere cabin boy?
How would I know? Jonas is a gentle boy who keeps his head down. You think my story is nothing but mess too, don't you?
It's just that I can't imagine a gang of thugs hoping to get a ransom for a cabin boy. Did anyone else see the kidnapping?
There was still a small crowd in the tavern. But outside, I seem to recall that regular being there. We play cards with him from time to time. Kind of fellow who plays from morning to night time to be that skilled. But now and again he comes out. When nature calls, you know. I kind of remember his face being there.
Okay.
What do you think about Captain Vasco?
He's a just man who knows his knots. He's well appreciated by the crew. It's a pity that he hasn't much heart for lass now and again. Always seems unhappy, our captain.
Thank you, Lara.
We gaan verder met het onderzoek.
Something isn't right here, I can feel it. We need to lift the veil on this.
In de pub. Oh, in Greedfall, a quest can usually be completed in several different ways. The Sardais has more than one string to his bow: cunning, persuasion, intuition, corruption. Creating items from the crafting table will be some of the means available to you to reach your goals. To improve these are spent points in the corresponding talent tree or where equipment that offers bonuses. Threats and combat are also options when your enemies. Okay.
Good day, tavern keeper.
Good day to you. What is your pleasure?
I'm looking for a Naut, a young cabin boy who's been missing roll call for 2 days now.
A Naut, you say? That's not a lot to go on. There are quite a few that come to my tavern.
According to one of his fellows, he would have been taken right here.
A kidnapping? In my establishment? You surely jest. At least I hope you do. I would have noticed. That doesn't hold water.
Someone told me about one of your faithful clients. A big gambler, it would seem.
I see. An able-bodied man. Passes his time lightening the pouches of sailors coming through.
Where might I find him at this time?
Here? He would never give away his chair at his table. Anything else?
I'm looking for my cousin. His name is Constantine. I believe he was intent on celebrating his departure last night.
There was indeed a party here last night, but it ended badly.
Whatever do you mean?
A brawl broke out. My tavern was shattered, and no one's paid for the damages.
I'm sorry.
Lullig.
Amongst the rebel rousers, did there happen to be a young man? 20 years of age. Hair down to his neck, light brown, blue eyes. Quite the talker.
I don't believe it. Of course he was there. He's the man that started the fight. I hope you've come to reimburse me. Don't count on me to help you if that's not the case.
What kind of damage are we talking about exactly?
A good half of my furniture was broken into firewood. I piled up the lot over there.
Let me take a look. Perhaps it can be repaired.
If you can fix it, I'll be obliged. If not, you'll need to pay.
That's not a small sum. I need to think about my options.
Oh, the father has forgotten to give his son his allowance, it would seem.
Hoef niet zo klootzak te zijn.
I need to be off. Farewell.
Goodbye.
Was dat? Een paar gold coins.
The furniture is in terrible condition. The fight must have been extremely violent.
Dan moet
Looks
ik
as if it's fixable.
spullen voor hebben.
Worse. We'll need to build some metal dowels, but once done, we can make them like new.
Who are you? I don't recognize you. Am I in your debt?
No. Have no fear about that. It's for a different reason that I am here. I'm looking for a Naut that disappeared 2 days ago, after visiting this establishment. A young cabin boy. 2 members of his crew accompanied him.
Yes, that does ring a bell. I've played with the 3 of them.
What can you tell me about the boy? How was he that night?
He seemed rather nervous, as if he was worried about something. Didn't feel like playing, that I remember. And he must have been right to be nervous, if he's disappeared.
Tell me what happened that evening.
A rich merchant came in, with a band of strong arms. The kind of men you can round up for a few coins, if you catch my drift. They exchanged words with the cabin boy. The kid was defensive, not sitting pretty. And then they finally left.
And after that?
It just so happens that I did go out for a breather. I needed some fresh air. And I think I might well have seen those same men grab him. But that was none of my business. I wouldn't have thought that they were kidnapping him, if that's what it was. They weren't particularly rough with him.
Who was the rich merchant? A jilted lover? A moneylender?
No, sir. You are in luck. It so happens that I know the man. It was Sir Fontaine, that merchant.
Where can I find him?
He has a house in the wealthy boroughs, just off the canal. A stone's throw from the Thélème embassy.
Thank you. You've been immensely helpful.
Ja, dat is top.
This man is completely owned by his love for the game. Do you think we can trust him?
What would he gain from lying?
I have no idea. But what would any wealthy merchant gain from holding a penniless child?
Weapons, armor, consumables. Metal dowels. Craft level 1 heb ik nodig. Niet dat het kwaad kan om dat te hebben. Ik heb het nog niet.
Celebrate the miracle of science. You won't believe your eyes. This discovery will give you faith in existence.
Ammo! Brandstapel met heel veel bodies. Ik zag hier wat fonkelen. Allemaal mee.
Might I help you, sir?
I would like to have a word with Sir Fontaine.
He is absent, but the lady of the house could certainly receive you. Enter, please.
Gewoon binnenlopen. Binnen stampen.
Oh, I know you.
Kan echt niet.
You are Lord de Sade. And to what do I owe the honor of your visit, Excellency?
I would like to have a word with your husband.
He is not here, but perhaps I could be of help.
It concerns a delicate matter. We're looking for a missing cabin boy. According to witnesses, he had an argument with your husband before being taken.
I see. I am afraid that you have been misled. You seem to have come to the wrong conclusion. The cabin boy you speak of was not taken. He has simply returned home.
Excuse me, but I'm not sure I understand.
Don't you see, Your Excellency? We got our son back.
Oh.
I am very surprised. Several witnesses confirmed that your son had a fight with your husband, and that his men escorted him
Plot
from the
twist.
cabin using force. If he had joined your husband willingly...
Witnesses? In a tavern? And you choose to believe these drunkards over a respectable family?
These witnesses are all in agreement, and it's their testimonies that have led me to your doorstep.
My son was probably shocked to have found us. My husband and the other men might have simply had to carry him. A gesture that your drunkards must have misunderstood.
What was your son doing on a Naut ship? Why would they have taken him?
It is what they
Zo gek, ja.
do. Through pacts and contracts, they steal away young children from their mothers.
What are you talking about?
I would have thought that a legate would know these things. But it is true that you are young and inexperienced. It seems that you have been protected from the turpitudes of our own nation and their terrible allies. This horrible, constant ransoming that they put us through. But I will not say another word. You will have no trouble verifying the details now that you know what to look for.
Where might I find your son now?
I cannot say, Excellency. You must understand why. Until the Nauts have set sail, we live in fear they will take him back from us.
This pact? It sounds like some fear-inducing story.
The Nauts wouldn't be the first to recruit through dubious means.
Excuse me, madam, but I haven't quite finished my inquiry yet.
If you would be so courteous, I would like you to leave. I have told you all that I have to say.
With respect, my lady.
Ik kan er ook gewoon aanvallen. Kan dat? Vraagteken? Nee. Ik vertrouw het niet, ga ik zeggen. Ik denk niet dat het de moeder is. Oeh, een mees. Die wil ik wel equippen. Meer damage en eentje minder armor damage. Ik wil het echt via de weg doen van... even die andere missie wil ik echt via de weg doen. Via het repareren van zo'n bar. Want ik wil echt niet betalen. Ik denk dat ik het geld later hard nodig ga hebben. Maar dat weet ik niet zeker. Want ik krijg ook een beetje Skyrim vibes. En in Skyrim heb je echt nooit je geld nodig. In my personal opinion. We gaan het eens aan de kapitein vragen hoe het zit.
Sir, you still haven't found your cousin. As you well know, we cannot leave without him.
Have no fear. I will bring him back in time to make our scheduled departure. Is everything ready?
I'm still without news of my cabin boy, but we will have to do without.
The Nauts.
Could you tell me a little about your guild?
We are masters of the oceans. Our ships can sail where no others dare.
Thanks to your magic, so I've heard. How do you become a Nord?
Our magic, yes, that only the Nords master. As for your question, any child born on one of our ships is sea-born. He is a Nord from birth. Others are sea-gifted, joining the Nords for different reasons, often from a young age. It's how the guild is made and maintains its numbers.
I spoke with a woman who told me she was the mother of the cabin boy. She claims that her son was taken from her.
Taken? Her son is sea-gifted. His parents were required to give him up to honor the terms of a contract.
A contract? But what kind of contract are we speaking of?
A commercial contract. In exchange for services rendered by the Nords, some families cede more than gold.
Okay
In
dan.
some cases, nations even trade some of their subjects before they're born. I wouldn't be able to tell you the condition of Jonas's contract. I didn't even know he was originally from Serene. But what I can tell you is the young man hasn't seen his parents since he was a small child. And ever since, he's been a Nord. Our ships are his home. We are his only family.
Okay.
Be back soon, Captain.
You see anyone else who might be able to help us? Anyone who's not a Nort?
Sir de Corsillion's a veritable well of scientific knowledge. He could tell us a little more.
But I still don't see Constantine at your side. I hope he hasn't been the victim of any foul play.
Don't worry. We'll find him in time for departure.
I certainly hope so. Would you be in need of my help in any way?
I've had a word with Lady Fontaine. You must know her. That rich family that lives near the docks. She told me a strange story about her son who was a cabin boy on our ship. She said that he was taken when he was a child due to some contract with the Nords.
Who was a cabin boy? Do you mean he's no longer one?
They took him back to bring him home.
Well, that is very unpleasant news, de Sade. We need to do all we can to bring the boy back to his ship. Since time immemorial, there's always been a certain price to pay for the services of the Nords. Children born on their ships belong to them. It's the rule of the sea. But certain contracts are so important that they also require children to be offered in exchange.
Zo raar.
From time to time, the congregation has passed such accord, and certain noble families had to give their children up.
Are you telling me that the Fontaines lost their son because of some agreement signed between my uncle and the Nords?
No. That pact ended a long time ago. This cabin boy couldn't have been a part of that contract. But Sir Fontaine has made a fortune trading with the Alliance, via ships.
Do you mean he would have offered up his own son in exchange for wealth?
Well, he probably did it before the birth of the child, and regretted it afterwards. But that is of little importance. What counts most is that you bring the boy back to the Nords as quickly as possible. Breaking a contract with the seafarers has always cost us dearly. Our nation could feel it in its coffers.
I will do my best.
Okay.
A father selling his own son for a few boat rides. For ugly, that is ugly.
Lady Fontaine didn't seem to have any knowledge of that detail. That could be of use to us.
Wordt steeds gekker, jongen, deze missie. Wat is dat? Alice, I would like you to preserve several meals and bring them to the warehouse.
This document mentions another property. A warehouse.
That would be a great place to hide. Shall we take a peek?
Excuse me, madam.
If you would be so.
Oké.
With res-
Ik dacht dat ik met haar moest praten. Maar ik heb gewoon gelijk bewijs gevonden van waar Jonas kan zitten.
Here we are. Be careful. Fontaine won't be alone. He'll have his henchmen with him.
Let's just try to remain discreet.
We gaan eens kijken of we kunnen vinden. Discreet, hè?
Sir de Sade, what are you doing here?
I've come looking for your son. The Naughts are worried about his disappearance.
Those Naughts took him from us, but now we've got him back, and he'll be staying with us.
Would you be so kind as to hear what I have to say, Sir Fontaine? I looked into the contract that binds you to the Naughts. It was indeed you who ceded your son to them in exchange for help with your business with the bridge.
It is so. But that sort of contract is ignoble. I never would have signed it if I had known.
You should have thought of that before. Breaking the contract could have regrettable consequences for the congregation.
The prince will know how to negotiate with the Naughts. If they take my son back, my wife will die of sadness.
Her sadness would be all the more terrible if she learned of your role in the story, don't you think?
You wouldn't dare tell her. I beg you.
You're not leaving me with a choice.
Very well. Take the
Boo.
key and take him away. Cursed be the day I delivered my son unto the Naughts.
All children leave the nest one day or another, sir. Farewell.
Helemaal geflipt. Oké.
Locked.
Oh, maar ik heb de sleutel, joh. Een volwassen man.
Who are you?
My name is de Sade. I am legate of the congregation. Your captain has sent me to find you.
And were you able to convince my father to allow me to go free?
Yes. Even if I had to bend his arm a little.
That doesn't surprise me. He seemed to have no intention of changing his mind. I feel more sorry for my mother. She seems so sweet and happy to see me.
You don't seem to be all that close to your parents.
I hadn't seen them since I was 5 years old. I barely remember them. They find me, capture me, and lock me up in this warehouse. Hard to grow close after all that. My family is the Naughts. I am sorry for my parents, but that is the way of it now. Can I go home?
Yes. You should still go and say farewell to your mother. Then find your way to the ship. I'll see you there.
Boom. Too easy. Dan gaan we weer terug naar Vasco. Die zal vast wel blij zijn. take it all.
Sir, you still haven't found your cousin. As you well know, we cannot leave without him.
Have no fear. I will bring him back in time.
My cabin boy, Jonas, is back on ship. I have you to thank, I imagine.
You do. It's a rather sad affair, and though solved, leaves a broken family behind.
All we can do is plot a course. No one tells the wind what to do. I do thank you. I didn't think you'd go to so much trouble for a cabin boy. Your actions bring you honor.
Hoppa! Oh, je krijgt wel XP, dat is mooi.
Be back soon, Captain.
Oh, we kunnen levelen. Hoe werkt dat? Oh my god. Remaining points. 1. Total point 1. One-handed heavy weapons. What? God, dit is wel heel gevoelig. Hoppa. Oh, ik ga het niet krijgen. Oké, ik zie hier nog uitroeptekentjes. Fury Potion. En die hoef ik niet. Wat heb ik nog meer? Obsidian. Porridge, wat is dat? Magic Potions, oké. En dit is... Oké. Oh ja, quest. Ja, het wordt dit. Dory. Misschien kan ik het wel helemaal skippen. Dat zou helemaal top zijn. Ja, dat is hem. Ja, dan moet het denk ik wel. Is even een. Nu is het gewoon vertellen tegen iedereen, denk ik, van... Yo, pikkie, ik ga er vandoor. Denk ik. Zoiets. Hem kennen we nog niet.
Your Excellency.
Lord de Sade, I have been told that you were named legate. Congratulations. Those are great responsibilities for someone as young as yourself. But you will bring honor upon your family and the congregation. Of that I'm certain.
I thank you, Excellency. I've come here to inform you of our departure for Teerfredi. My cousin Constantine is about to take up office as governor of New Serene, and I'm accompanying him.
I had no idea you would be leaving so quickly. What a shame. I had thought... Well, then, that is a pity. Have a pleasant voyage. A brilliant future awaits you. They say that it is a marvelous island. Please convey to your cousin my congratulations and sincere wishes for success.
You seem slightly hesitant. Please, tell me what troubles you.
A rather unscrupulous individual has been sowing trouble in
Ik denk dat ik nog even niet wegga.
a charlatan passing himself off as an alchemist.
Do people actually give credence to these lies?
Alas, yes. They
Want
celebrated
hier komt nog een sidequest staan, denk ik.
remedies worse than the ill, believe me. As you can well imagine, alchemists are our pride. This vulgar trickster casts dirt upon their reputation and our own at the same time. In any city of the Bridge Alliance, we would have arrested him. But here, we respect your laws.
I shall see what I can do, but make no promises. My departure is imminent.
I thank you, Excellency. And I am pleased to see you have taken so well to your new functions of diplomacy. The man operates in the city center. He is said to be clever and mean. Be careful.
Oké.
I need to be going. Goodbye, Excellency.
Goodbye, Lord de Sade.
Die gaan we ook dan gelijk vertellen, want als daar ook weer een sidequest vandaan komt. Kunnen we die gelijk meepakken? Zo zijn we dan ook wel weer. Misschien word ik dan wel level 4 en krijg ik wel die craftsmanship. Dat weet je niet.
Good day, Excellency.
Sir de Sade, to what do I owe the pleasure?
I have come to inform you
Ik
that my
zit
cousin
ook echt ineens op een
Constantine and I are
stoeltje.
departing for Tirfredi on the hour.
Ah, yes. I did indeed hear talk that you had both received callings of greater stature. Allow me to congratulate you. Were you not named legate of the congregation?
You are correct, Excellency. I thank you.
It is a station of great honor that I am sure you will fill with brio and panache. The Mother Cardinal Cornelia will be enchanted to work with you, and your cousin in the future. I only regret that your departure is so sudden.
Really?
To be entirely honest with you, I was hoping to
Kijk weer een
solicit your
sidequest.
help in a rather delicate matter.
Tell me more about it. And perhaps I can take care of your problem before my departure.
Very well. A small group of dangerous heretics has found refuge in Serene. We know that your uncle tolerates the presence of all pagans within the city walls. But these particular non-believers threaten the fragile harmony of this place.
Ze moeten geëlimineerd
We would
worden.
consider it a tremendous favor if you would arrest them and deliver them to our guard.
Heresy is not a crime in Serene. You do know that. But I'm sure my uncle would hear your arguments. Why call on my intervention?
The prince would indeed give us his blessing, but it would take time. Far too much time. For according to our sources, these fugitives have already made contact with a smuggler to take them who knows where.
I see. You're hoping that I'll be able to do something before they make it to an enemy city. If your heretics are planning on boarding a ship, then they must be in the dockyards. I'll look into this and see what I can do. I must be going. Farewell, Excellency.
Gaan we gelijk doen.
May the light guide you, de Sade.
Dat gaan we gewoon gelijk doen. Prrr. En daar zijn we. Oh, bijna is hij de smuggler. Oké. Apart.
So, you still haven't found your cousin?
Have no fear. Have you seen anyone wandering about? Suspicious looking. Maybe clandestine passengers.
Take a look around. There are far too many comings and goings to spot possible stowaways. As long as they don't try and get on my ship, I pay no attention to them. That said, we did catch ourselves a smuggler just a while ago.
A smuggler? Maybe he could be of some use. Where could I find him?
In the port jails, not far from the warehouses. Might I ask you, Why the sudden interest in smugglers and the odd stowaway?
Nothing to bother yourself about. I'm just curious.
You wouldn't, by the sheerest of coincidences, be on the trail of a couple of heretics, Your Excellency. The same a couple of the ambassadors of Teleme's men have been looking for nigh on 2 days.
And so you know about that?
Of course. Cardinal's henchmen are hard to miss, even in a crowd. And they were making quite a fuss, hoping we would cave in and help them in their hunt. Feel free to carry out your own investigation, but you'll end up with the same answers. The port brigs, just like the warehouses, are property of the Nords. No one else may enter.
Okay.
Be back soon, Captain.
We need to have a word with that people smuggler the sailor mentioned.
He's a captain, Kurt, like yourself. And in order to interrogate the smuggler, we'll need to find a way into his jail.
Was easy, maar ik heb nu gewoon toch zo'n pakje aan. Niks aan de hand.
Are you the smuggler?
You snuck yourself in here just to ask me that question? If this is some sort of trick to get me to admit to some crime, you are truly twisted.
You can see for yourself that I'm no Nord. Come now. Are you the one I'm looking for?
I'm already locked up. What more do I risk? Yes, I am a smuggler. But I'm not the only one in this city.
I'm searching for a couple fleeing to Leme. They're trying to leave the city discreetly. Have they contacted you?
You certainly can't imagine I'm going to answer you without getting something in exchange. I don't really think of my clients as kin, but I'd never betray any of them for free.
A real saint you are. How about your freedom in exchange for your loyalty? Tell me where I can find them and I'll open this cage.
That works for me. Your two Telemites are hidden in a warehouse behind this very prison. They must be waiting for me. But you might want to be quick about it. If the Nords get their hands on them, they'll find themselves in this same cage.
Thank you.
Anytime. And these doors? You're gonna open them, right?
It's blocked.
Ga het lekker niet doen. Het ziet eruit alsof ik er overheen kan lopen. Ik ga hem toch bevrijden, want ik weet niet waar ik heen moet. Oh, kijk nou toch.
Thank you, my lord. And don't worry about me. I'll slip outside without being seen.
Oké. En dan gaan we nu gasten bevrijden. Zijn ze?
Who is there?
May the Illuminated save us. Did the smuggler send you?
The man to which you are referring was arrested and thrown into prison, but revealed to me your hiding place.
Oh, the traitor!
Have you come to deliver us to the Inquisition then? Please, please, have pity on our souls. We have committed no crime. We are not heretics. We are nothing more than historians.
In that case, why is the ambassador of Teleme so concerned about your
Inderdaad.
Why is the Inquisition looking for you and why are you hiding?
Our only error was wanting to publish our work.
It's true. We presented our research, but it didn't please the censor. And here you have the result.
We fled all the way to Serene, thinking we would be safe. But the Inquisition wants to silence us so badly that they followed us here.
Okay.
Tell me more about your research. What about it is so horrifying that it would provoke such a fuss?
Our work concerned the teachings of St. Lucius.
The disciple of Saint Matthias. The one who returned to Thélème after traveling with his master.
The very same. His writing was carefully preserved, but never seriously studied.
With the discovery of Tyr Freddy, we thought it crucial to take a look at the original text. We wanted to verify if this island could have been the faraway place that he spoke of. The Eden of Saint Matthias.
And? What did you find?
Tyr Freddy is without any doubt the land that our Saint Matthias and his disciples went to. But the text that we discovered was radically different from what we expected to find.
In the original text, St. Lucius doesn't speak of an Eden, of the paradise of the illuminated. He speaks of a voice that came from the depths of the earth, which convinced St. Matthias to stay there.
It was written in black and white, and there is no doubt about it. The original was written in Lucius's own hand.
I understand now what that text has cost you. This voice from the depths sounds more the power of a demon than a saint.
The sacred texts are always difficult to interpret, but what is written is written.
Dat is waar.
Who were you hoping would give you asylum?
We were hoping to reach Al-Sad. The Inquisition won't chase us into the den of their enemies.
Our research won't interest the Bridge Alliance, or at least I doubt it. But at least we'll be safe.
By entering Al-Sad as clandestines, you risk being taken for spies.
That would be better than being burned at the stake.
Did you try speaking with the censors? You could forget what you have discovered, perhaps.
Oh, we have signed already an abjugation stating that we misunderstood the sacred texts of St. Lucius. We were even ready to say that we had never seen the true text, or anything else that would have pleased them.
It served no purpose. It's our lives they are after.
I see. Well, you have no other choice but to run and seek refuge in enemy territories.
I beg of you, please do not deliver us to them. Let us continue on this path.
I'm sorry for you, but I must arrest you and hand you over to the ambassador of Thélème.
We might be two poor historians, but we will not surrender ourselves to the foe without a fight.
Gaan we gek doen?
And death to the others!
Poor buggers. I understand them. Better to die weapon in hand than on a flaming pyre.
Dat is waar.
Let's go and inform the cardinal that their heretics are dead.
Oeh, kist. Kan ik waarschijnlijk niet openmaken. Dus dat geeft niet. Gaan we naar beneden. We gaan... Ja, gaan we wel doen, ja. Dat is wel handig. Dat was een handige optie.
Good day, Excellency.
Sir de Sade, to what do I owe the pleasure?
I was able to find the heretics you seek. Alas, they preferred death to capture.
What a pity. But that hardly surprises me. What have you done with their bodies, my son?
I left them in the Nort warehouses. I'm certain they would be more than happy to return them to you.
Very well. Very well. You have done a great favor to our nation, and we shall not forget it.
Hoppa.
I would appreciate it if you would accept this modest gift as thanks.
I must be going. Farewell, Excellency.
May the light guide you, de Sade.
Meer blunt. Wil ik. I think we will have can be changed. Hoppa. Dat heb ik gekregen. Gaan we deze nog even doen? Die zou ook wel dicht zijn. Oh nee. Ik weer... ja. Terug. Oh, dat was dit, ja. Dat moet hem zijn.
Citizens, I present to you Panacea, the absolute cure of everything. Toothache, stomach ailment, and even an open wound. This potion heals all of that. And more so.
Maar dat is niet.
This little vial is the product of years of research and intensive labor. I hear you asking if this remedy can heal one from the Malichor. Alas, not yet. But your question is legitimate. I am so close to finding the cure. But the Malichor isn't the only ailment causing you to suffer. Not true? Then don't miss out on this chance and give yourself a healthy and energized life. Rejoice! A file only costs a few coins, and well worth it to make your life shiny and new again.
Does it really heal everything, your potion?
Everything. Absolutely everything. Except the Malichor, of course. That being said, it is known that those in top health resist the Malichor best of all. Then don't throw away this chance. Think of all the pains that this potion could help you avoid.
You are right. It's a deal. I'm gonna take two.
There's a man that knows a good deal when he sees one. Hurry now. There won't be enough for everyone.
There he is. He's our man, no doubt.
Eens even met hem praten.
Ah, you're finally tempted.
In all honesty, I haven't made up my mind yet. I want to be certain that I'm not dealing with a charlatan.
In this day and age, I can't blame you. What might I do to convince you?
Will you drink one of your potions to prove your good faith?
Of course. I take a little sip every morning. But as I'm in perfect health, you won't be able to verify the improvement in my condition. But if it helps you make up your mind, give me just a moment. There now. As you see, I am still in excellent condition.
Come on now, I swore you'd take that vial out of your pocket. Nothing proves that it's the same potion that you sell to your clients.
As a man of science, I consider skepticism a remarkable quality. But in your case, it is not skepticism, but blindness.
We need to steal one of these potions and force him to drink it.
Brilliant idea, Kurt. Let's take a look at his cart.
Oké, we gaan even gemeen doen?
You'll find all you need in our selection. Whatever you need to be the talk of all Serene.
Gaan we. Hoe kom ik bij zijn kaart? Vraagteken.
Are your boots worn through? Is your hat out of style? Does your
Zo komen we er wel.
to my help? And death to the others! Move away! Things are about to get dicey!
Oké. These pages are covered with small Brian one-handed heavy weapons. Neem mee. Louise, de wildhurk met
I wish you a good day, Your Excellency.
Sire, I'm sorry. I'm afraid that I won't make for good company.
Hoe gaan we dit doen? Kan ik hier achter nog wat doen? Ook in dit hotel of zo kijken en dan daar een flesje neerzetten. Waar zou die zitten dan? Innkeeper. Tavern. Waar is die in? Zijn we het nu aan het doen? I'm generally sorry to learn you have not found peace since your departure from the academy. Ook niks. Lijkt ook niks te zijn. Waar zou die zitten? Storeroom. Ik dacht dus. Hij zit hier. Maar dat lijkt ook... Ik kan hier verder helemaal niks. Dan nog even hier kijken. In principe kan ik hier eigenlijk ook helemaal niks doen. Nee. Dan gaan we weer even naar beneden. Ik ben echt gewoon aan chillen hier. Hé, maar dit is top. Nu kan ik dat ook gaan doen. Die tafel repareren. Dat kan ik nu wel doen. Maar ik wil eerst hem een mask eigenlijk. Maar hoe krijg je hem zover om...
Hello, sir.
Greetings, Your Excellency.
Dat is dus iets wat ik niet snap. Die kan niet met hem praten. En dat snap ik dus niet echt. Ik ben even aan het lezen. Symbols. Ja, dat lijkt me toch wel het meest logische, maar... Hier ligt ook helemaal niks. Ik snap er niks van. Hoe laat je het hem drinken? Toch nog even bij de innkeeper kijken, hè, want ik heb nu natuurlijk nog een extra sleutel. Merchant. Moet ik nou hierin? Kan ik niet meer praten, is het gewoon een fout of zo? Ik snap er niks van. Tavern is gewoon hier. Hier zijn ook nog allemaal dingen. Gek bordeel of zo. Nee, hier kan ik ook niks mee. Ik kan hier niks. Dat is gewoon de conclusie. Maar dit is het wel hier. Hier is er nog een deur. Hier kan ik ook niks. En staat er iets bij? Hè? Het zijn echt dingen, daar kan ik met mijn... Kijk maar, pet niet bij. Ben ik hier? Het heeft geen toegevoegde waarde, denk ik. Nee. Ik denk dat er een fout is.
They say the ambassador of Tulane sends his guard all around the city.
Want ik kan niks, zeg maar. Ik kan echt niks. Ik kan met niemand praten.
So many dead people. Even if we did find an antidote to the Malicor, I do not know if our city will ever be able to come back from it.
Is hij het?
Do you need something?
I must leave you.
Stok niet, hè? Stok niet. Dat stok niet. We gaan even hier zo praten dan.
And there you have it. You'd never guess they were once broken.
Well then, were you able to repair it all?
Zeker weten.
Just like new. Or nearly.
That does indeed look like fine work. You know what you're doing.
I would hope. Can you tell me where I can find my cousin now?
Your cousin is either a very bad joker or a right good fool. He went and insulted a band of ruffians from the lower boroughs. Dangerous fellows. They've a storehouse they operate out of a few streets from here.
What kind of business do they run?
Several, actually, and they're all illegal and profitable. But you didn't hear that from me. In any case, if you were set on recovering your cousin, I would hurry if I were you. They're not the tender sorts.
Thank you for the information.
Off with ya. Get him out of whatever mess he's got himself into. Seemed like a courageous fellow. Who could down his pint. Anything else?
Nee. Of kan ik over die gast vragen?
I need to be off.
Goodbye.
Oké. Nee, ik weet het echt niet.
My apologies, but I do not have the strength to chat today.
The smoke from the bonfires renders the air
I lost almost my entire family.
I must go home. My son is sick.
Ja, maar. Fucker. Hè? Maar hoe kan ik hem unmasken dan? Is er nog een in dan? Tavern. Dat zie je niet. Nee. Nou. Ik ga daar gewoon nog eens even een nachtje over slapen. Ik vind het een leuk spel. Stop, slagen. Ik ga hem nu opslaan. En dan wil ik ja, jullie bedanken voor het kijken. Mocht je dit nou terugkijken, vergeet ons dan niet te volgen op Twitch, te volgen op Instagram en op YouTube. We zijn op alle 3 de platformen te vinden op de naam of onder de naam Klamme Handen. En dan zie ik jullie graag de volgende keer. Doei doei.